This video explains to you the concept of ratios. What is the meaning of ratios and the basic of ratios? In its simplest form, a ratio is basically a comparison of two or more quantities of same kind. Now this word same is important, right? So let's say, for example, if you have 5 kg and 10 kg, okay, we can find out what is the ratio of these two. So let's say you had bucket 1 and bucket 2, which had 5 kg and 10 kg of milk in them. Now if someone tells you what is the ratio of milk in bucket 1 to bucket 2, you can say it is 5:10, okay, or 5 by 10, and by solving this you get 1/2. So you can say that the ratio of milk in bucket 1 to bucket 2 is equal to 1:2, right? Now it would not have been possible for us to compare these two quantities if they were not in kgs, right? And therefore it's important that whenever you are comparing two things, the first thing you should see is that both of them are of same kind. You cannot compare kgs with grams, okay, or you cannot compare kgs with liters. Both are not the quantities of same kind, right? You can either convert grams into kgs, but even liters cannot be converted into kilograms. So ratio exists only between quantities of the same kind. Say it cannot be between kilograms and liters. Now in any concept of ratios, you always have the first term and the second term. Okay, we write the ratio as A:B. In this case, A is called the first term or the antecedent, and B is called the second term or the consequent of a ratio. For example, if I write 5:7, then 5 is the first term or the antecedent, and the second one is 7, which is also known as the consequent. Now let's look at some of the properties of ratio. Okay, now both terms of the ratio can be divided or multiplied by the same number, and in such a case the ratio shall remain the same. For example, we have 12/15, 12:15. If I multiply both of them by 3/3, okay, I'm multiplying it by same term, I get 36/45. Now the way we say this is that 12/15 is equal to 36/45, right? Also, these two ratios could also have been written as 12/15. Okay, 12 can be written as 3 into 4. 15 can be written as 3 into 5, right? If we just cancel these out, what are we getting? We're getting 4/5. So we had divided, okay, remove this 2. So you can actually multiply it by the same number. You can also divide it by the same number. The answer remains the same. So even 4/5 is equal to 36/45. Similarly, when you have 3/7, you can also divide these two by the same number. Divide 3 by 2, okay, divide 7 by 2, right? And you will get 6/14. Even this ratio is actually equal to this. So you have to multiply or divide by the same number. You cannot multiply or divide by a different number. One of the other properties for ratios is that the order of the ratio or the manner in which the numbers are coming is important. So for any ratio A:B, it is never, or actually in most of the cases, not equal to B/A. So if you have 5/7, this cannot be equal to 7/5. So when you are writing 5:7, you should write it as 5:7 only, and not 7:5. This is wrong. The order is important. I hope you had a good time understanding the basics of the ratios.